Ahoy, ahoy there, YouTube fans! Back with NieR Automata. Yeah, we're still stuck down this hole, where we just defeated the. Well, we didn't defeat them. We encountered the boys in that spaceship thing, and then they ran away. We just unlocked, but more importantly, we just unlocked fast travel. So let's immediately take advantage of that and move back towards the resistance camp. I don't even think you can get back up that ladder. I think you get so far and then you can't get any further. But either way, why would you when you can just fast travel? It's just much easier. So I mean, today we're in a little weird situation because we've got really not much to do in terms of direction. Our commanding officers have told us to get back to the moon, which you can do simply through fast travel. But we're actually not going to do that. We've come back to the resistance camp. We're going to unlock some storage. That's the #1 thing we need to do. We need to do it so badly we could actually buy 2 lots of storage. But I think we'll just buy 1 lot for now. In fact, yeah, we'll take the 1 lot for now, and we'll see if we can... upgrade our weapons as well. Not quite. We're just a few items short. Just a few items short. Okay. That is fine. Let's head over to... Oh, we got an item there if we want it. And of course we does. Because it's loot. And we loves loot. Let's talk to the supply trader, grab a little bit of stuff while we're here. Now we could stand to get more healing items. In fact, more of all sorts of stuff than that. But I want to just keep his money because. Oh, we've still got more than 10,000. You know what? I am going to get that last bit of storage while we're here. It's just going to allow us to equip a lot more chips, like twice as many chips as we've got already. And that just gives us more options. But you can actually set up multiple... I think I said this before, but in case I didn't, you can actually set up multiple loadouts and switch between them. On the fly, pretty much. You can have one for aggression, one for defense, and one for just general walking about setup. But I like to stick with the same setup at all times, just because it's easier to keep track of what setup you've got on at any one time. Speaking of setups, I've changed ours again. I got rid of the auto heal +1. That wasn't doing anything for us. And I replaced it with the Auto Heal +2. Yeah, the Auto Heal +2. Twice as effective. And we've also got a little bit of a shockwave bonus on, which is... the good thing about the shockwave is that it helps you... you don't have to be as accurate with your sword swings, because the shockwave will hit them even if your sword swings don't. We've also got the moving +1, which is just a good thing to have in a fight, is the ability to move quick, and a counter as well. Which, yeah, the counter is hit or miss, but when it hits, it's pretty useful.
These places look familiar. One looks like the amusement park, one looks like the desert, and one looks like the forest. Let's keep our eyes open next time we're in any of those areas.
Sure. In fact, we're going to go to one of those areas right now. We're going to go to the desert. Simply because there's a lost little girl in the desert, and we must find her. We've left her there for long enough. You know, if you remember when we were at the robot village, there was a big sister there who was worried about her little sister, and yeah, all right, we've had other things to do in the meantime, but now it's time to go and reunite the sisters. I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Hello? Testing, testing.
Pascal? Is that you?
9S. Yes, it is me. Many apologies for the sudden transmission. I heard that you were searching for the missing child, yes? Well, if you would, please consider this a personal request from myself as well. Go find the child as quickly as you can. She's such a good little girl, and so fond of her sister. She's probably somewhere around the desert at the moment. That's where she's likely to find the dented plate her sister needs.
Got it.
Thank you so much. And please be careful, all right?
It's very nice of Pascal to tell us that, but we were already in the desert, so not really the most helpful information. But let's see if we can find... So that quest we just picked up back in the Resistance village was basically a Resistance member who had lost her memories, and she wanted to be reminded, you know, only had some photographs as memories, and we were going to go and visit those places and find out. No, we can't complete this quest right now, but we're in the desert, and one of them is in the desert, so we might as well take care of that while we're here as well. It would be rude not to, really.
A pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
So yeah, and what we found there is a second pod, which we can switch between left or right, and it gives us, instead of our gun, it gives us a new set of options. We got missiles that we can lock on. Honestly, there are quite a few pod programs in the game. You can pick them up as and when you need them. I honestly prefer the simplicity of the original Gatling gun, so we'll switch back to that. But I just thought it'd be cool to show you that there are the other ones. And also, you know, there's no harm in collecting these things. Now let's take care of these boys, because they're being quite rude. And if there's nothing worse than a rude machine. Where's the other boy? Here he is. Ooh, there's someone else here, is there? Certainly is on the map. Yeah, he's here. Okay, so let's head this way, because this is a part of the desert we didn't come to before. You know, it really is a pain in the early part of the game before you get the fast travel to schlep around all these places. So now that we've got the fast travel, it's definitely worth taking a look at some of the other places in the game we haven't really properly explored that we can get to already. We don't need to quick save. There's no need for that. Grab the shinies while we're here. Oh, alright, we'll go this way then. Jeez. Okay, so next up let's go and search for this place in the photograph, which is over this way roughly, I think. If you see the little icon on the at the top of the map there, that's where we're headed, but we can't head directly there because there's a sandstorm in the way. So we're gonna find the alternative route. And if we can kill some robots on the way, even better. I mean, the most important thing, of course, is the glory of mankind. Huh. You know, I don't know what's behind the store. That's cool. Don't think I've ever been to this part of the map before. Well, that's fun. Maybe we'll look into that at some point. It looks cool. That's for sure. Oh, hello. Pray for Pyromaniac 010. Little extra money, little extra effects. Very nice. Go and find out what this person over here wants. Or maybe they don't want anything. Yeah, they don't want anything. Cool. See you later. Oh, some kind of pickup. This is the most annoying thing in this game mechanically. Is the when you're trying to pick up open chests and things, it's just trying to find the right angle where the prompt is. Just it's just a little fiddly sometimes. But nothing we can't handle, of course. Here's what we're looking for: the boys. The boys guard the passage to where we need to go. So that's actually a point to killing them as well as just. And here you see why the shockwave effect really comes into its own, because you can't actually see them very clearly in this sandy wasteland. So it's quite good to be able to use the shockwave to kill them rather than the actual blade of your sword. Severed cable, lovely. There's still two boys who are just watched their friends die. I think for that we need to dispense justice. How dare they let their friends die? You will join them soon enough. We find them guilty of being cowards. And also they're holding precious chips. Oh, a shockwave. Now you might think we've already got a shockwave that was a completely useless item. It's not the most useful, but it's not completely useless. You, if you find multiples of items of chips, you can actually fuse them together to make stronger chips. And that goes, you know, so that can be really helpful with your late game setup. Here we go. Now we found the path. Yeah, so there's a sandstorm all around this area, but we have found a valley that, yeah, as you can see, sandstorm. But we have found the valley that protects us from the sandstorm. And what do you expect to find in the middle of a storm? The calm. The oasis. That's exactly what we found. And it has shinies, even better. And look, just a soldier just hanging out. Hello. Now, exactly what are you doing here? Just hanging out, yeah, cool. Advance of heal +2.
Hold on.
Ah, there we go.
This is one of the places in that resistance member's photographs. Better record the coordinates.
There we go. I thought he wasn't going to do it for a minute, but yeah. 9S has correctly identified that as part of the quest, and now we can move on. So yeah, now we can go and get, go and look for that poor little girl that's lost here. I mean, you know, what kind of monsters would we be if we left her any longer? I mean, you might think we've left her long enough already, but something tells me she's been all right in the meantime. That no harm has come to her. It would be oh. I hear noises, I hear noises. You know, you can just use your gun, 9S, it's much easier. I mean, one of the good things about doing these, doing the side quests is, that we're doing in this episode is, well, there's a lot of boys here. But yeah, in doing these side quests, is, you can make, you know, there's two ways to play any game like this. One is to do it through skill alone, which can be done. It's, you know, it's a skill-based game. You know, very responsive, very well balanced, but you know, and you level up automatically, so you don't have to worry about too much about chips and things like that if you don't want to. But also, it's a perfectly valid way to play it is to just level yourself up as much as possible and defeat the enemies through being overpowered. It's just as valid a way of playing the game. You know, it's set up. That's one of the great things about the fact that this is a collaboration between two very different game studios. The Platinum Games and their action heritage, and the Square Enix and the team that made NieR and their consistency in making RPGs and such like. It's perfectly valid to play either way. Now let's see, where are we? Ah, yeah, straight ahead. just enough landmarks in the desert to find your way around.
Right.
No.
Let's get her back to Pascal's village.
How'd you
Sure.
get lost out here anyway?
I was looking for my sister's part. But then I got scared.
Oh, come on now, don't cry. Did you at least find what you needed?
Yeah. She'll be happy, right?
I'm sure she will.
Deliriously.
But I bet she'll be even happier to see you back home, safe and sound.
Okay.
So yeah, this is who we were looking for, the little sister machine.
Hey, mister. Why did they make the desert?
No one made the desert. It's just an area that lost all its vegetation due to a lack of precipitation. This caused lasting changes in the soil, which means plants aren't able to...
What's
Soil? It's dirt. Ground. The stuff we're walking on?
Well, we're walking on sand, actually, but... Oh! Surprise! There's boys! Sweet. So yeah, something we've not mentioned so far. If you press circle when the pop-up comes after you've depleted an enemy's health, you can perform a cool finisher like the one you just saw. There are benefits to it. I don't recall off the top of my head.
Wind is just a force caused by changes in temperature
Exactly what they
and
are.
atmospheric pressure and... Huh. That's actually a hard question now that I think about it. Kinda deep, really. I mean, where does the wind blow from? What do you think, 2B?
Don't know, don't care.
As always, 2B is above all this nonsense. Thank you, Auto Heal +2. This is another great reason to have something like a chip like this equipped, is because when you're doing a mission like this, where you know your escort doesn't stand still.
Well, machines can't really make children. Neither can androids, now that I think about it.
Yeah, but how do you make them?
2B? Little help here?
Huh? You're the chatty one. Work it out.
Ooh.
Mister, wait. You gotta tell me how you make children.
Wow, it's getting late. Let's get you home already.
Yeah, you know, this little sister won't wait for us, so it's a good idea to have something like Auto Heal +2 on. Oh, get away from that. Hey, you leave her alone, you big bullies. Missed the finishing move there, but you can't have everything. Bum, bum. For a scared robot, she certainly doesn't walk at a slow pace. Or is even bothered by the actual other robots attacking her. It's just she just worried about getting lost.
Hey, I know this place. I can get home by myself now.
Okay,
Sister,
good.
thanks for me, lady. Oh, and here, you can have this.
Thanks. Bye.
Make sure to come back and tell me how to make children.
Yeah, we'll be real sure to do that.
Well, that was exhausting.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, we did a good deed. That's the important thing. And of course, a good deed is its own reward. Well, let's head in here quickly. There's a dude, but he holds no fear for us. But that can be a little scary if you walk in there the first time you come into the desert, and you get because he sometimes ambushes you straight as you come through through that sand curtain. But we're so high level. We're so high level now. He really doesn't bother us at all. On our way back to the nearest save point, we'll have a quick scout around here because we didn't come here before, and you know, there's a little bit of stuff, not a lot. See, look, there's a keen boy here. He's dead. Another keen boy here. He's dead. Jumpy boys missed us. We are a little bit not under-leveled, I would say, but under-equipped. I've got a little bit too... We haven't really... we could have a lot more storage space at this point of the game if we wanted. We could have better weapons at this point of the game, or more upgraded weapons. So I think, you know, it's a good idea to have a little explore. We don't really need to, but it's just going to make life a bit easier when we get towards the back end of the game. If we stay ahead of the curve. Trying to remember where there's not really much in the way of items up around here, but there you go, there we are. Just that. We'll go and say hello to the most ridiculous robots in the game, who we've already seen, but it's fun to check in with them and see what's up with them from time to time. Oh, first there's some boys here. Let's have a go. Let's have a word with these boys. How do I just keep getting hit by them? They shouldn't really be hitting me at this point. But it doesn't matter. Auto heal helps us. Auto heal saves us every time. Hooray for auto heal. Why were they here? Not really any purpose to them. They were guarding this one shiny, which is probably a severed cable or something. Torn book. Yeah, there we go. And now that we've done some good work taking out dangerous robots, we can say hello to the most ridiculous robots in the game once again. I mean, look at these guys. Their eyes are red. That shows you that they're hostile, but they have absolutely no way of attacking you. They have no arms. They have little stumpy legs that they can't kick with or anything. They have no way of being aggressive to you whatsoever. So we could chop him up. Or we could just leave him. Either way, doesn't matter. We'll just leave him. I think it's... I mean, they are our enemies, but on the other hand, I think it's cruel to leave them like that. So, let's leave them to ponder their meaningless existence, if they're even capable of such a thing. Let's head back to a save point here. Dead bodies. Wonder what that's about. Meanwhile, in totally unrelated news, there's a new quest marker over here. Let's see what that's about.
I can't deal with your weird hobbies anymore.
Like I care what you think, jerk.
Whoa, what's going on? But can we help? Your work, jackass. Tell me more. A study, you say? Androids, you say? Yeah, alright, we'll help with that.
Here, follow me.
Yep, this isn't a side quest where you get to just leave it. You immediately have to go and follow Jackass.
Alright, see that jerk over there? I need
I
you to
see
get
him, the
combat
jerk.
for him. Science will pay you back for this, I promise. Now, fight!
Science will pay you back. That's like exposure. You're getting paid in exposure, right? Anyway, he's a level 20, so he's not to be trifled with. I mean, it is just the one, and he's quite predictable, but being hit like a truck. Considering he's probably very...
Requested mission completed.
Considering he has quite a lot in common with a truck, that's probably a reason for that. But anyway, we've done that now. The human emotion of love? Is it? Sure, whatever you say, Jackass. Give us our monies. Keep your hands to yourself. I like that as a way of saying no. But yeah, we might go and help Jackass again later. But for now, we've helped her enough. Anyway, it seems like a good place to leave it for today. I mean, saving is possible in quite a wide range of these save points. And so you can't see it. There's a saving possible icon behind my head whenever saving is in fact possible. But I like to put myself in that top right of the screen, so you never get to see it. But yeah, it's just right here, normally. But anyway, yeah, we'll end the episode here, having done our duty, saved a little girl, found a mysterious oasis in the desert where there was a lost photograph. Well, it wasn't a lost photograph, but an old, forgotten photograph, and. Yeah, and most importantly, we've killed more robots for the glory of mankind. We'll catch you again later for another part.